Imagine a time when an entire empire crumbled, giving rise to heroes, villains, and legends that would echo through eternity. This isn't just a history lesson. It's the epic saga of the romance of the Three Kingdoms, a story of loyalty, betrayal, and ambition that shaped China itself. Forget everything you think you know about ancient history, because we're about to dive into a world of earth-shattering battles, brilliant strategies, and unbreakable brotherhoods. Ready to meet the legends? Let's go. Our story kicks off in 184 CE. The once mighty Han dynasty is on its last legs. A massive peasant uprising, the Yellow Turban Rebellion, sweeps across the land, shattering the emperor's authority. The central government is powerless, and in this vacuum, ambitious warlords see their chance. They rise up, not to save the empire, but to carve out their own piece of it. The stage is set for an era of chaos and conflict, where only the strongest and smartest will survive. From the ashes of the Han, three major powers emerge, each vying for total control. First, there's the Kingdom of Wei in the north, led by the formidable and brilliant Cao Cao. In the southwest, the Kingdom of Shu is founded by the noble Liu Bei. And in the southeast, the Kingdom of Wu is established by the young and capable Sun Quan. China is now a three-way chessboard, and every move could lead to either ultimate victory or total annihilation. The next century will be defined by the fierce rivalry between these three kingdoms. At the heart of this struggle is Liu Bei, a man with a claim to the throne, being a distant relative of the Han imperial family. He isn't just fighting for land. He's on a righteous quest to restore the fallen dynasty and bring peace back to the people. But he can't do it alone. By his side are two of the most legendary warriors in history. His sworn brothers, the impossibly strong Zhang Fei and the honorable god of war, Guan Yu. Together they form a bond so powerful it becomes the stuff of legend, a symbol of true loyalty in a time of widespread betrayal. Their journey is one of idealism against overwhelming odds. Now let's talk about the man who stands in their way, Cao Cao. To some, he's a ruthless tyrant, a cunning villain who would sacrifice anything and anyone to achieve his goals. To others, he's a brilliant military strategist, a capable ruler, and a gifted poet who brought stability to the war-torn north. The truth is, he's all of those things. Cao Cao is one of history's most complex characters. He's the ultimate pragmatist who once famously said, "I would rather betray the world than let the world betray me." His ambition is limitless, and his methods are brutally effective, making him the most dominant warlord of his time. While Cao Cao and Liu Bei clash, a third power is quietly solidifying its position in the south. Meet Sun Quan, the ruler of Wu. Inheriting his kingdom at a young age after the sudden deaths of his father and older brother, Sun Quan proves to be a master of both diplomacy and warfare. He knows his kingdom can't match Cao Cao's military might head-on, nor can it compete with Liu Bei's moral high ground. So, he plays the long game. Sun Quan is a calculated survivor, an expert at forming and breaking alliances to protect his people and expand his influence. His domain, protected by the natural barrier of the Yangtze River, becomes a formidable fortress. Liu Bei's noble quest gets a massive boost when he finally recruits the one man who can turn the tide, the legendary strategist, Zhuge Liang. This guy is a certified genius. Living as a humble hermit, Zhuge Liang was so brilliant that Liu Bei had to visit him 3 times just to convince him to join his cause. And was it worth it? Absolutely. Zhuge Liang could seemingly predict the future, manipulate the weather, and devise strategies so ingenious they seemed like magic. He's famous for his empty fort strategy, where he bluffs an entire army into retreating by simply sitting atop the city gates and calmly playing his zither. His mind is Liu Bei's greatest weapon. The rivalry between these three kingdoms comes to a head at the legendary Battle of Red Cliffs in 208 CE. Cao Cao, having conquered the north, leads a massive army and an enormous fleet. confident he can crush his southern rivals in one fell swoop. His forces vastly outnumber the combined armies of Liu Bei and Sun Quan. It looks like the end. But, thanks to a temporary alliance and the brilliant tactics of Zhuge Liang and his Wu counterpart Zhou Yu, the underdogs achieve the impossible. They use fire ships to incinerate Cao Cao's entire fleet, handing him a devastating defeat. This single battle solidifies the Three Kingdoms structure and ensures the war will continue for decades. It's one of the most iconic turning points in military history. Beyond the grand battles and political scheming, the true heart of the romance of the Three Kingdoms is its exploration of human relationships. The theme of brotherhood is central, most famously embodied by the Oath of the Peach Garden, where Liu Bei, Guan Yu, and Zhang Fei swear to live and die together. Their loyalty to one another is absolute. But for every act of honor, there's an act of betrayal. Friends become enemies, allegiances shift, and promises are broken. The story constantly asks, what is the price of loyalty, and what is the cost of ambition? It's a deeply human story set against a backdrop of epic war. Sadly, no dynasty lasts forever. Despite the heroic efforts of our main characters, the endless warfare takes its toll. The great heroes of the early generation, Cao Cao, Liu Bei, Guan Yu, all pass away. Their children inherit their kingdoms, but they lack the same vision and strength. The Three Kingdoms, exhausted by decades of internal strife and constant battles, begin to weaken from within. The dream of a unified China under one of them slowly fades, and the stage is set for a new power, the Jin dynasty, to rise and finally pick up the pieces, reunifying the land after a century of division. So, what is the lasting legacy of the romance of the Three Kingdoms? It's more than just a historical novel. It's a timeless epic that blends fact and fiction to explore the very nature of leadership, strategy, morality, and honor. Its stories and characters have become ingrained in East Asian culture, influencing everything from business strategies to video games. It teaches us about the complexities of human nature, how a person can be both a hero and a villain, how noble ideals can lead to tragic outcomes, and how the bonds of loyalty can be the most powerful force in the world. It's a story that has been told for centuries and will continue to be told for centuries more. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through one of history's greatest epics. If you enjoyed this dive into the world of heroes and warlords, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories from history and literature. Let me know in the comments who your favorite character from the Three Kingdoms is. Until next time, stay curious,